Hello everybody, Clay Knight here. Gonna do a shave tonight. I was challenged by my friend Molecular Jeff from Molecular Shave to do a nostalgia shave. So choose a soap or a soap scent that has some sort of a nostalgic feeling for me. Brings up memories perhaps from my childhood. So I did that, and I chose for tonight's shave Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements Cavendish. So this is a pipe tobacco scent. And the reason it is nostalgic for me is because as a kid, growing up, my dad worked a lot. He was a small business owner. He spent a lot of hours at the shop. So we looked forward to seeing him at the end of the day. He would come home, and the way he liked to relax was he would get a pipe from his pipe collection. He would pack up some cherry pipe tobacco, and he would go into his study and he would play the piano. And so we would go and we would sit and listen to him play the piano, and the room would be filled with the aroma of his pipe tobacco. I loved the scent of the tobacco out of the pouch, and I loved it when it was burning in the pipe. Very comforting scent. It's a little sweet, smoky. Just a really fabulous memory that I have of my dad. And so that's why I chose Cavendish tonight. It's one of the first things I bought from Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements when I started wet shaving. And I love it. It's a great scent. I loved it so much that, of course, I have the matching splash. I also have the matching star jelly. And I also have the matching EDP. This is a really good scent. So it's warm, it's sweet, it's comforting, just a great scent. So tonight we're going to use that. Going to be using the Ascension stainless razor with a brand new Rapira Platinum Luxe blade. For pre-shave, I'm going to be using the Star Jelly Prickly Pear pre-shave, non-mentholated. And my brush tonight will be this Chisel and Hound butterscotch brush, which is just beautiful. Beautiful handle. It's got the really cool coin in the handle. This is a V10 Fanchurian knot. I've been soaking it for a couple minutes, so it's ready to go. Really quickly, just let me put some water in my scuttle real quick. Fresh hot water in there. I'm going for a hot shave tonight. Wasn't quite as hot here today, so I can do a hot shave. So we're going to get started. A little bit of the Star Jelly on there. Just kind of spread that around. Don't really need as much on my cheeks. A little under the chin, and then the neck area is where I have the toughest part. Working on 48 hours of growth. I skipped a shave yesterday, which is rare. I've mentioned before I'm a caregiver for my grandmother and my aunt. It's a 24/7 job, and I just was feeling really run down and tired yesterday. Just didn't have the energy to shave. So tonight we're going to make up for that. I'm going to load my brush up here. I shake most of the water out of my brush before I load it so that it doesn't lather up too much in this bowl. Instead, it just kind of picks up the soap into the bristles, because I like to face lather. So yeah, as a kid growing up, my dad worked a lot of hours, and we really enjoyed sitting with him in the evening, while he played the piano. He had a small upright piano, pretty old, but he was self-taught musician. Really enjoyed watching him play, listening to him. He'd play for hours sometimes. That was his way of relaxing. Smoke a pipe and play the piano. So I know a few other people are doing these nostalgia shaves. So I look forward to hearing everybody's stories. I think this is kind of a neat way to share a little bit about yourself and, you know, what made you who you are today, or a memory of your childhood or your younger years. And just share the hobby that we all enjoy so much. I really love shaving. Wet shaving is you know, a definite hobby for me. It's something I really enjoy. I love collecting the software and the hardware, and I love sharing my shave of the day photos and participating in the online groups and Facebook. I'm not as active on Instagram, although I have an Instagram and I do post shave of the day there. I don't post every day, but it's the same as my channel, Clay Knight, or Clay B Knight. I'm not sure. I'll link it in the comments if you want to follow me on Instagram. Find me on Facebook and several of the shaving groups. This soap is the CK6, and as you can see, it's pretty thirsty. Needs a lot of water. It's just thick still. Too thick. If I leave it like that, it's gonna cake up and dry out if I take too long on a pass. And it's just not as slick at that consistency. Now, of course, some guys like a really thick lather, which is, you know, their prerogative. If that's what you like and it works for you, I say go for it. Personally, I like it a little bit thinner, a little bit shinier, and a little bit slicker. I think we're just about there. Alright, that looks pretty good. Satisfactory, we'll go with it. I wasn't fully prepared. I didn't get my sink filled up. Sorry about the running water. I normally try not to run water during my videos, but we're going to start out with the cross the grain like I always do. I remembered to turn my camera today, although it feels a little weird because I'm used to it in the other orientation. I feel like I get a better view of my face that way, because I don't want to be too far from my sink and my mirror here, and this is just kind of the setup I have to work with. But we'll see how it looks when it's all done and uploaded. So the Ascension is just mowing this down. 2 days of growth is like nothing for it. I'm fairly certain you could knock down a full beard with this thing pretty easily. The double open comb really helps make this a really efficient razor. Be careful around the mustache. Although lately, for some reason, I've been thinking about trimming the handlebars. maybe going for like a Tom Selleck style chevron mustache. I think it's called a chevron. Although I've had the handlebar for a long time. So I don't know. Of course, it can always grow back. Let me know what you think in the comments. Should I trim the mustache down or leave it how it is? It's been my signature look for quite a while. How was everybody's 4th of July? Ours was pretty good, you know, uneventful. I talked about the fireworks in my last one. That was kind of crazy. They finally must have burned them all up because it's been quiet tonight, which is kind of nice for a change. On the 4th of July, it sounded like a war zone out here. It's pretty crazy. All right, lather up for pass number 2. In fact, I got my mail call today from Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements of the seasonal fireworks scent, which is interesting. It definitely smells like spent fireworks. Not too heavy. I mean, it's got some sulfur in there, but it's not like rotten egg sulfur, so it's not, you know, completely unwearable. An interesting scent for sure. Something I'll be able to enjoy, I think, since I shave in the evening primarily. I don't think it's a scent I would wear out and about, like to work or something. People will probably think it's a little odd. But around the house, it's a fun scent. And if you were someone who lived somewhere where you could actually let off fireworks as a kid, get up close to the fireworks and smell them after they went off, then it probably has some nostalgia for you as far as nostalgia shaves go. Okay, against the grain. The way my bathroom is set up, I'm not sure how I could get a better angle here. With without having to put the camera directly in front of me and stand further away from it, which would be awkward and not very helpful for shaving. But I'll see what I can come up with. You let me know if this was better this way than the other aspect ratio. I'm sure actually it looked pretty good on a phone if you're watching on a on your cell phone. You know, it'll fill the screen when you don't have to turn your phone sideways that way, but I know if you're watching on a tablet or your computer, that it's probably less than ideal. So hopefully this looks better for you guys. I also got a mail call today from 345 Soaps of John's new scent, Hometown. Which is a nice scent. I like it. Has some notes of like peach and citrus and some patchouli and woods. It's quite nice. I almost chose it for this shave because it brings up memories. For some reason it reminds me of in the summertime when I was young. It was time to go to the amusement parks in Southern California. So here in Southern California we have several amusement parks. My favorite as a kid though was Knott's Berry Farm. And it reminds me of Knott's Berry Farm. I think they're still pretty famous for like a lot of their food, but they had, you know, a big pie shop. Of course, they're well known for their boysenberry, which is where the boysenberry was created. It's a hybrid berry, and that soap has a scent. The mixture of notes, for some reason, has a berryish feel. I mean, if I sit there and concentrate on the notes that are in it, I can kind of pick out the peach and the citrus, but when you mix them together and just kind of smell it off the tub, it reminds me of like a boysenberry pie. And maybe there's like there's a sweetness to it, kind of like, reminds me of like boysenberry pie and funnel cake or something. So this is mostly just a touch-up pass. I have like a little bit over here. A little bit over here. Just under the jawline is always a little bit of a tricky spot. And then across here on my neck. Always takes a little bit of extra work to get it smooth. Of course, it's, you know, it's pretty good already. It's passable, but I'm a little bit of a perfectionist. I really love that super perfectly smooth shave. Especially after rocking this stubble all day. Driving me crazy. This all feels pretty good. I don't need to hit it again, I think. that just about it. There's a little divot line right under my chin right here that's always a little tricky. And that's pretty much it. I think that's a pretty good shave. I'm gonna rinse off. I did feel one little spot right here. Always a tricky spot for me right there. I think that's good. Okay. There we are. Smooth shave. Alright, so I need to let my skin dry just a little bit more. That'll be pretty good. Now we can put on our star jelly. Oh man, that's good stuff. I love the star jelly. Got a little bit of menthol in it. Not a ton, just enough that it has a little bit of that cooling effect after the shave. It's really comfortable, it feels nice. Alright. That's pretty much that. I am going to let that star jelly soak in. That's going to need a minute to dry, and this is already 22.5 minutes, so I'm going to go ahead and cut this off. I'm going to try and get these down a little bit shorter, but if you made it all the way through, I appreciate you watching. As always, be well, be blessed, and be kind. Peace.